best bites forever.
Hi everyone, I'm Chef Alicia and today I'm making panzanella. Enjoy! I'm going to start off here with 2 cloves of garlic and I'm going to mince those. When I mince them, I like to start off with the back of my knife, which kind of just smushes them a little bit, and then do it with the sharp side of the knife until I get a nice little mince like so. I'm going to put that into a bowl and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar and 1 teaspoon of spicy or Dijon mustard. I use spicy, along with 1 teaspoon of salt and some fresh ground black pepper. After that, I'm going to just whisk it with half of a cup of olive oil, and I'm not necessarily trying to emulsify this, I'm just making sure that it's nice and mixed up. Moving on, I have a English cucumber here, also called a hothouse cucumber, so I'm just going to trim off the ends and then cut it long ways like so. Once I get it cut long ways, I want to remove the seeds from there, and you can use a scooper if you have one, but you can also just use your measuring spoon and just kind of give a little bit of pressure and scoot down the cucumber. Once you get the seed packets removed from all 4 pieces, slice them like so that they're going to be bite-sized. For these, I'm going to slice each one in half, and then I'm going to go the other way so that I have nice little slices, nice little bite-sized pieces like this. Into the bowl they go with the garlic, and I'm going to move on to my tomato. So I'm using a tomato shark to remove the core here, and once I get the core out, I'm going to cut my tomato into quarters, so 4 pieces. And I'm going to remove the seeds with my knife. They kind of have a little bit of a bitter taste to me. If you don't mind them, you can leave them in there. Once the seeds are removed, I'm going to slice these lengthwise and then sideways until I have a kind of rough dice, and I'm using 2 tomatoes, and into the bowl they go. Next, I'm going to chop up some basil, and this is like a chiffonade, although chiffonade you usually do really teeny little ribbons, and in this case I'm making my ribbons kind of thick. That's because I want nice big bites of basil inside of my panzanella, and I'm using 30 basil leaves. You may not need so many, but I have tiny little leaves today. After that, I'm going to chop up a red onion, so just remove both ends, cut it in half and peel it, and then slice it up sideways like so in slices. You can make this thin or thick depending on your own preference. Also, today I'm using a whole red onion. It's a pretty small one though, but you may not like to use quite that much, but I like the onions, so you might want to go half. I also added another teaspoon of kosher salt, and now I'm adding the vinaigrette that we had set to the side before. When you get all of those things in there, just give it a nice little stir until it's really well combined and everything is coated in the vinaigrette. Cover it with plastic wrap and put it into the refrigerator for about 2 hours. So here I am 2-3 hours-ish later, and it's all been marinating in that vinaigrette, and it has a really nice flavor at this point. So I'm going to add in my croutons, and I'm using 3 cups of homemade croutons along with 3 cups of the day-old bread, which I cut up the other day when I was making my stuffed loaf sandwich so that I would have pretty little cubes today. The day-old bread is what is traditional, but I like the flavor when I add some of the croutons in there too, so that is going to be totally up to you. Once you get all of that bread mixed in, let it set for another half hour before serving. If you would like this or any of my recipes, please visit bestbitesforever.com or my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and happy cooking, everyone.
bestbitesforever.com